I cheated on my home gym. That's right, I didn't go to Fremont, I didn't go to Upper Walls. Me and my sisters decided that we wanted to go to a different gym. We wanted to experience more climbing in different styles. So we went over to Momentum over in SODO. Granted, I have been to this gym before. Getting into the session, I realized that my shoes are pretty worn out. On the tip of the shoe, the rubber is just coming off. You're starting to see yellow. That's a good sign for me to get some new shoes. So you guys let me know, what shoes should I get? Should I get some Squamas? Should I get some Theories? I don't know what's gonna be next. As always, I warmed up before and then we got right into the session. During this problem, I'm really just trying to accentuate my body movements, trying to do a lot of crossovers, getting my body warmed up and stretched out. Take these movements slow. You don't have to rush anything. You know you can do them. Chill, relax, and get some flow moving. What always happens when I'm climbing at different gyms is that I get excited. So I jumped from a V1 straight into this V4. And it was very slopey and kind of pinchy, so I figured this would be still good within this time frame because I'm not like crimping hard. But I will say my pinky did get a little tweaky during this climb. I guess even when you're pinching, you are still using your fingers. So again, make sure you guys take your time to warm up. After the V4, I actually jumped into the V6. As you can tell, I was like super excited to just get on the wall. And this V6 is something that I was working on the last session, and so I just wanted to see if I could get a little bit further. As I was going on the wall, this is the first attempt. This is really me just trying to remember my beta and feel things out. It's such a awkward knee bar and there's so much texture that my leg was just getting so scraped up. There's only a few attempts that you can really do on this problem before being in utter pain, especially in shorts. That problem was just tearing up my leg, and I decided that it just wasn't worth damaging my leg to prevent me from trying out new problems and more problems. But I know in the back of my mind it's something that like I need to go back and like keep trying it, hopefully before they reset it. I'll probably come back to that problem in the future. After getting beat up in that problem, I jumped on this V3. When I'm not doing so well on one problem and move on to the next, I'm actually bumping down a couple grades or a grade to kind of rebuild my confidence and still get that accomplishing feeling. Climbing isn't always about sending, but when you send a problem, it does give you that extra boost of energy. And so I really try to keep that ingrained throughout the whole session. I didn't want to get negative. I did not want that to happen. I was climbing during a Sunday night, and it's really nice to see just how chill and relaxing the Momentum gym is. There's not a lot of people. I think this was probably the most people I've actually seen at this gym at one time. Granted, it was a Sunday night, and usually Sunday nights aren't that crazy in gyms. And then I wanted to try something different. I'm trying some slab. I think it's important to try to get out of your comfort zone. I am definitely not a slab climber, but that's exactly why I wanted to try this climb. During the next attempt, I emphasized keeping my hips closer to the wall and moved my hand to the closer crimp to bump to the next. From there, it was all about trusting my right foot on the hold and reaching up to the finish hold. What's nice about these finishing holds is that they're all jugs, if not really positive finish holds. So you can really just kind of throw and go for it and you'll know you'll stick. This was a V3 slab and it had really good feet. It was all about staying close to the wall. I was pretty frustrated that I didn't flash this climb, but it was a good realization that I just have to calm down. I just have to relax, keep my body close to the wall, and move step by step. I realized late on the last problem that there's this gray volume on the right that felt really good to help balance out. I smeared my right foot down to make it up to the crimpy jug, and there's the finish. There's another V3 to the right that piqued my interest. I thought I was long enough to be able to skip this middle chip, but as I was going out to the next move, I realized that I couldn't get my hips above my right foot to generate enough force to the finish hold. I took a step back, stayed calm, stayed collected. I moved my left foot onto the chip, moved my left hand over to the crimp, and then reached my right foot all the way out. This allowed me to push off my left foot and get my hips over my right foot to finish at the hold. And to the right of that, we found a V4. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if it might be a technique thing for me, but I found it really frustrating as I was trying to smear my foot and get it up to the next hold. I found that I just kept dabbing a problem that was right next to it. And so I was trying to bring my foot through a maze of holds just to get it to the next one. I just felt really frustrated. Every time I put my foot up, trying not to touch an orange hold or trying not to accidentally press down on a hold that is not on. And look at that, my sister-in-law got the blue on the left. I was frustrated, but I didn't let that get to me. I do like this pullover movement and really pushing with my right. And I do like the high foot. I just wish I didn't have to bring my foot through a little maze, but you know what? That's okay. Movement is movement, and I still learned something from here. I learned just how much I have to keep my body into the wall. Patience, Caed. Patience. We're coming to an end of the session and I had a ton of fun. This was great to see the different movements and the different styles, the different holds to feel. But there was one more problem that caught my eye as I walked in. It's this pink V5. The first move felt so cool, dead pointing out to this right crimp and really leaning onto that right heel. I was having a hard time with this first move, but I realized that I had to move my body weight lower below the hold and then move my left hand over to match and then my left foot to hold the swing. At this point, my fingers were getting pretty tired, but I wanted to keep trying, so I started to piece out the second half. I moved my left foot up and tried to go directly up, which was a really terrible idea. So I tried to go for the crimp and it was a little bit better, and then I stuck it. I really had to push off my left and my right, and that's how I was able to get to the next hold. But now it's a matter of sequencing it together at the end of this session, and this was pretty tough. I was just gassing out there. Shout out to the Momentum staff. Thank you for vacuuming your mats and keeping it as dust and chalk free as possible. You guys are the real ones, but I'm not because I can't sequence it together. That was too bad. I did not want to keep this negative mindset, and so I went to a problem that I thought I'd really like. And it's this slightly coordinated momentum-based movement at momentum. And this was the problem to really close out the session. This top out though was so scary. It felt so bouldery. You had to move your left foot up and really rock over. I need to get better at that, but nonetheless, I did get the problem. I didn't let my fear get to me, and I got to the top. And that was my session at Momentum. So thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, I'll see you guys next week, and let me know if there's any other gyms that you guys want me to check out in the Seattle area, or maybe in your area. Maybe this is the year for me to finally travel and visit some other gyms. We'll see. But see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace.